excited for a game to come out, waiting months or even years for its release? Then when you realize it's finally out, you buy the cartridge or disc from GameStop, run home, put it in the console. Then, instead of getting Banjo-Kazooie 3, you get Banjo Nuts and Bolts. Some games are really just disappointment hiding in a box. Hello, this is Pipester. Today I'll be going over the top 10 most disappointing games of all time. The only rule is that I've had to play the game at some point, so let's just get started. Number 10. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem was the fourth game in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series released for the Nintendo DS. Before it came out, I watched a few commercials, and the idea of controlling a bunch of Robo Marios sounded fun, so I bought it. However, instead of getting an epic adventure, I got a puzzle game. It was fun at first, but 94 levels, and that doesn't even include Plus mode. The game was repetitive and boring, so honestly, you shouldn't waste your time with it. Number 9. When the Wii finally came out in 2006, The Blob was one of the first games I got for it. I couldn't wait to see what games the new console would bring, and I bet you can guess how that went. The game was repetitive and boring, and you would pretty much lose interest after the first level. I already wrote a review on this game, so I don't have to explain much else. And speaking of losing interest, Number 8. A couple years ago, I played a Nintendo GameCube game called The Sims 2. I don't remember much about it, but it was pretty fun. So a few months after, I bought SimCity Creator for the Wii. Building my own city and then destroying it afterwards was fun at first, but it got old real fast. The only thing that happens in the game is you place buildings and stuff, and then listen to a bunch of people complain about it. It's really boring, and there's not really any reason why I should buy it. Number 7. Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. Back in 2011, I bought the Skylanders Starter Pack for the Wii. It was okay, but the sequel released in 2012 was a huge improvement. It was so good, I decided to try out one of the classics. I guess I chose the wrong classic. The game was relatively creative, but it wasn't nearly as enjoyable or well-designed as Skylanders Giants overall. Number 6. In 2005, LEGO Star Wars the video game was released. It was a great addition to the GameCube, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 2, so naturally they made a sequel, which was also great. The LEGO games released after that ranged from good to mediocre. However, when I learned about LEGO Lord of the Rings, I was excited. Since The Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite movie trilogies, I really wanted to buy it. Until I heard that the characters could talk. In the past LEGO games, instead of talking, they just made grunting noises, which sometimes made the scenes funny. However, I knew that they could make it work, maybe, so I still bought the game. Hey, you know how all of the Lord of the Rings movies have really funny and memorable lines? The LEGO game has none of them.
He was already dead.
He was twitching.
He was twitching because he's got my axe embedded in his nervous system.
Number 5. Paper Mario Sticker Star was a Mario RPG for the Nintendo 3DS, the fourth game in the series. When I first heard that it was an RPG, I was ecstatic. Since Super Paper Mario was a side-scrolling game rather than an RPG, I was glad the series was heading back in the right direction. However, after 2 years of waiting, I realized that I had spent $40 on a game where the battle sequence is based off of stickers. Looks like I'll just have to wait 5 more years for a decent Paper Mario. Number 4. Many people think of Toy Story 3 as one of the greatest movies of all time. In fact, it's still my second favorite animated movie ever, and when I heard they were making a game for it, I was so excited. So, of course, I bought the game and played it. However, instead of getting a game that followed the plot of the movie, no, I'm still not really sure what the heck that game was supposed to be. Number 3. Nickelodeon, Globs of Doom. Honestly, the name alone might have been enough to put it on the list. But what puts it at number 3 is the graphics, ridiculous gameplay, and the plot. I honestly don't even want to talk about the cutscenes. Seriously, who writes this stuff? I thought playing as all my favorite Nickelodeon characters would be fun, but this game totally ruined it. This might have been even higher on the list if I had actually paid for it with my own money. Number 2. New Super Mario Bros. U. Wait, let me explain. When I bought New Super Mario Bros. 2, I played it for hours on end because it had something original. The game was chock full of coins, and it was awesome. So, a year later, I bought New Super Mario Bros. U for $60. That's right, $60. And you know what? It was awful. On its own, it was okay, but there was nothing new or original. It's like they just took New Super Mario Bros., made a few original levels, and slapped a U on it to get more sales. Seems as if they totally rushed the game development. Number 1, Volt the video game. Yep, it had a video game. It could have worked, maybe, but instead of following the plot of the actual movie, it followed the plot of the show that the main character starred in the movie. The sad thing about this is that the show is supposed to be dumb. That's why it's funny. Not only that, but the puzzles are boring, the bosses are insanely easy, and the plot is way too awful for words to even describe. And that's why Volt the video game is the number 1 most disappointing game of all time. Remember, this is just my opinion, so if you disagree, feel free to post a comment below. And remember to subscribe for more video reviews and top 10 lists.
あとはドリームキャストの発売を待つばかりだ。セガサターンしろ。セガサターンしろ。セガサターンしろ。
セガタ三四郎は君たちの心に真剣遊戯セガサターン。